Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the tow truck we built. We're just going to go over it in depth. First thing, this is a Enduro HD body. And this is actually the links off the bomber. When I upgraded my bomber, thanks to Roadside RC for telling me everything I needed to do in his video. That is basically the links. I believe that's, yeah, some of the lower links, upper links of it. And it actually works, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But this is actually two servo horns. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I should switch to a better camera. Two servo horns with shock balls in between them, so it'll just work off that. Now we're going to put the camera up top. That way I can give you an overview of what's underneath this body. Okay, here it is on the table. I actually bought this truck. This is actually a Gen8 V2. It was the Axe version. I actually bought it for the electronics because, like, for $500 for what you got at the time, it was a deal just for the electronics. So this actually works. I've got the Servo winch set up on channel 3 on my Fly Sky. Not channel 3, channel 4 on my Fly Sky. So if I go back, it comes in. If I go forward, it goes out. Slowly ramps up. You can tell by the sound of it. It speeds up as it goes. And this is actually a servo. I think this is it right here. I think, no, that's a different servo. But I actually made this servo winch out of just a regular servo. Associated Electronics Element has a good video on YouTube how to make one. This was made at the time when a servo winch was kind of expensive. I think now you can get a servo winch like an INJORA with the spool, the line, the hook, and everything for like $30 on Amazon. But at the time I made this one, you couldn't, so I just ordered a spool and I made that. It is actually attached to the truck using two element. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Two element servo mounts that are on your front of your, say your Gatekeeper, your Element Enduro, most of your Element trucks. And it's actually screwed into the battery tray. It comes stock on the Gen8. And I still have a room to run my shorty packs, which I normally run. We just got a Trax ESC in here. It's what I had laying in my box, and that's basically just about it. We do have what's these J-Concept ruptures with the Wiser, yes sir, foams in the front and in the back. In the front we got the super soft. In the back we got the soft, and we put a magnet on the back just so we'd have something to you know, hold the little thing down, the little hook down, so it would stay out of the way and not just be dangling and get caught up in everything. We also made another mod on this truck on the front, which you can, if you've got one of these, you know, usually this connecting rod on a Gen8 V2 connects right here in the center, where that also gives you a lot of bump steer. But we didn't want to bump steer. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. So you can actually buy this kit to do this. It's called Husky Links. I think Club 5 makes it, but I actually made this one myself. I just had some extra links laying around, so I made it myself. And it does give it a whole lot more steering angle, as you can tell, and it don't shift the chassis. Because used to, when you return, the chassis would shift to one side and cause a lot of bump steer, which is kind of crazy, man. It just messes your truck all up. But we've got brass on the front, inner outer portal box covers, C-hubs, off trail. Got overdrive in the front. And I think it's basically just about it. Just a Gen8 V2. We actually mounted it. Let me show you where we mounted it. We do have the what do you call them, shock keys to get the shocks out of the way. That's another thing I did on the shocks. I also doubled up the springs. I took two springs and just wound them together on each shock. You can see here the shock keys. They're mounted to the shock towers. And also these links that I got off the bomber are also mounted to the shock towers with just a chassis spacer in between it here. And that makes it good and strong. I'll leave a video at the end of a short that I made using this truck. I don't think there's anything else to tell you about it, but it's real strong. I thought about putting a boom down here, you know, maybe a part for the to come out and go up, but it was just going to be too much a problem. It was going to, you know, impede on my approach angle, or as Tank RC says, the attack angle. But I'm thinking about, I've got some more of these spools ordered because I got a bunch of weak servos sitting around. It don't take much. I mean, like, I think this was I can't remember what it, oh, that is a Reedy. That's a 1320 MG Reedy, 13 kilogram Reedy servo. And it's strong enough to lift the front of this truck up. And let's see, this here is a 15. So we're gonna make one out of this one. We just took it off our ghost truck and put these other servos we've been using lately because they're cheap when you order them. These, I think they're called GX servos. Yeah, there it is, GX servos. I order them off AliExpress. I'll leave a link in the description if I can remember to it. I'll also leave a link to the spools that I order to make these. And I will leave a link to the video I used to make that servo winch. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of the Gen8 V2 tow truck. We're going to start making some videos with this thing, doing some scale recoveries. And I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, till next time, I love you, but God loves you more.